Well, today the Kern County Board of Supervisors holding a special meeting declaring a local state of emergency in Randsburg following last week's devastating storms.
The community was hit with heavy mud flows, damage to homes and businesses, a shutdown of its water system, and even the cancellation of its annual festival.
Eyewitness News reporter Michelle Roldan shows us how Randsburg is holding up nearly a week later and what county leaders plan to do to help. Michelle.
Last week, residents showed me the damage the storm brought to their community. At today's special meeting, leaders discussed requesting California disaster assistance funding, which would help repair Randsburg's water system, which one local called the town's Achilles heel.
The motion is approved. All ayes.
They approved a local proclamation of emergency following the storms of September 18th last week on Thursday. And those storms severely damaged the Rand community's water district main transmission line that runs from our wells up to our main distribution, which is about 7 miles uphill.
The Kern County Fire Department asked the Board of Supervisors to declare a local emergency after September's flooding and to request aid through the California Disaster Assistance Act for the damages in eastern Kern County.
We believe the damages that we have in Kern County will meet that threshold and that we can apply through the state, through OES, to see if we can get reimbursement through the California Disaster Assistance Act, which could bring up to 70% of the costs of repair back to Kern County.
The storms caused an estimated $4 to $5 million in damage to county roads in unincorporated areas. In Randsburg, roads were heavily damaged, along with 8 businesses, 10 homes, and about 30 lots covered in mud, debris, and erosion. I spoke with Brad Myers, owner of The Vault in Randsburg, who was in town the day of the storm. He says some picnic tables were buried 4 feet deep in mud. That mud also flooded homes, including his neighbor, Eddie Shotwell's, who I interviewed the day after the storm.
He was the first one I got to, and I noticed that there was mud on his front porch, and I knew there was a problem instantly because Eddie's porch is 4 feet up in the air, and I was beating on his door, finally got him to the door, and it went through his back door all the way through the house and out the front door.
Randsburg's water system was also hit, leaving the town under a boil notice.
That's our biggest vulnerability is the water system here in town. We need some type of assistance with the water system.
At the special meeting, speakers also worried the water system may not survive another storm like the one in September.
The main transmission line from the wells to the storage tank that feeds our town received over 150 feet of destruction. And so we were unable to turn on our wells and fill our storage to provide water to the community. And once that was alerted, when we found out Saturday morning that the system was severely damaged, we decided to shut the system down.
The Randsburg Water District estimates about $500,000 to $600,000 in damage. Randsburg is holding on with temporary repairs as it waits for state approval to fix its damaged water line. Under the California Disaster Assistance Act, the town should know within 60 days if the state will cover the damages. In studio, Michelle Roldan, Eyewitness News.